The following program is rated GE. It is suitable for general family viewing.
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of The Grind with me, your host Hibak Said. On this episode, we're going to be focusing on some of the businesses that usually thrive in this month. Have you ever thought of events planning or even traveling and how it can be used around this season, especially knowing that it is the peak season? Well, let's look at the market margins and then we can highlight these businesses for you. Different jobs have different peak seasons, but for some businesses, some seasons may be the reason for its existence. February is no different. In this month, when a lot of companies veer towards ensuring clients are able to enjoy experiences, two businesses usually take the fall. I'm talking of events planning and tours and travels. For these two businesses, customer satisfaction is gotten through the experience shared, being able to capture a moment of joy timelessly. Events planning, when one figures a way of creating multiple revenue streams and adopt versatility, would thrive for long in the Kenyan market. This is backed by the fact that about 40% of the event companies have been in operation for 6 to 10 years and 30% had been in operation for over 10 years. However, some 27% of the companies have only existed for between 3 to 5 years, while 3% of the event firms are between 1 and 3 years old. And as for the tours and travel companies, the possibilities are endless if you connect with your clients. Being able to sell a travel destination to a person who has probably never experienced it takes a good amount of people's skills and creativity. But first, let's take a look at events planning. And from the market margins, we focus on our first business of the week. Of course, there are different businesses that usually thrive around this time, events planning being one of them. If you could just start by introducing yourself, what is it exactly that you do? Why events planning?
I'm Diana Nekesa, founder of Galena International, where we do events management and floral styling and decor. I have been in the industry for the last 15 years. And it's a passion. I love doing what I do. Yeah.
And speaking of passion, we already have a floral arrangement that we're about to be doing here. You're just going to be showing us how we do it, especially knowing that it's February. A lot of us usually, especially women, when you have, a bouquet, the first thing you think about is just dumping them in the vase and then going on with your day. But I think we should fix it practically, see how it's done. Yes. Now, when you think about making a floral arrangement, why is it important to have different aspects? Why are different flowers for different purposes used for floral arrangements?
So you can actually have one variety of flowers for your vase or for your bouquet. However, I like playing with my flowers so that it's not boring. And again, when you use different kinds of flowers, then you have a floral arrangement that has form, that has some sort of drama. It's beautiful, it's colorful. So that's why I like playing with flowers.
I think we should start snipping now and putting the flowers in. And as we snip, maybe you can tell us. Of course, different businesses have different challenges. What are some of the challenges that your business goes through?
So when it comes to decor, of course, the fact that we grow flowers, right, but yet we do not get beautiful flowers locally. Yes, so you cut it at an angle of 45 degrees. Okay. Again, you need to also you also need to at least have a measure of your height, the height of your So you just don't do flowers based on its actual height. Right. You have to check the height of the vase. Then now you work on it. So for example, we have the vases here, and perhaps you want your flowers to be this high. then maybe you can just snip it slightly more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the challenges you were telling me.
Yes. So the challenges, one, flowers. That in as much as we are, exporters of flowers, we don't get the best of flowers.
Okay.
Yeah. So we just get, in terms of quality, we'd find that most times we have the best quality being exported, and we are left with, such quality.
Right.
So I think that is one of the things, and then of course, even variety becomes a problem. We have quite a number of varieties that are grown in Kenya, but some we never ever get to see.
Right, and moving away from flowers a little bit, of course, this is part of a larger event. When you're planning events, how do you choose, different arrangements? What goes into event planning?
So for event planning, of course, you want to look at things like the budget, the client's budget. Right. You want to also understand the client's vision. Right. You want to understand the seasons. You want to also see what experience you want to give the guests that are attending. Right. So you have to look at an event from the future before you even start planning it. You look at, for example, you're having your wedding in Feb, and perhaps we quoted for you the quotation last year, sometime in September. So you must have already planned, already known that we have Valentines, flowers get more expensive, so you charge accordingly. Then of course you also need to understand that it's a summer season. So even as you're picking colors, you pick colors that are summery. If again, as you said, budget, your client perhaps has an amount that they want to spend, so still giving them an experience based on their budget. And then ensuring that even as the guests come in, they can, their five senses can get into play. They can smell nice things, they can see nice things, they can feel, they can touch. So it's very important that you bring all those aspects in an event.
Right, Dan. And maybe when you're dealing with unexpected events, usually there are emergencies, especially when it comes to weddings, when it comes to planning events, when it comes to February, the month of love. How do you deal with unexpected events?
Wow. So one of the important things as you're planning an event is to stay calm at all seasons. Yes, it's very key, so that you're also in charge. Yeah, because if you panic and then, of course, your client panics, then it becomes a havoc. So other than that, in terms of just planning, is to ensure that you pre-plan. Plan early. Yeah, plan early so that you're avoiding, last-minute hiccups. Another thing that you need to have is a network of people, of service providers that you're able to call this, in case of any eventuality. Perhaps it's a tent that has fallen. You need to have someone on the call, who's ready to, come quick and save the situation. And I feel like even as a people in the events industry, we have to constantly just keep abreast in terms of solutions, just having solutions on board. Yeah, being very solution oriented. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And maybe even, event planning also comes with the aspect of ensuring that people are happy with the product that you give them. But then during February, you find that you have a lot of people, a lot of clients coming in. How do you balance this number? So how we work on that is ensuring that you have a team, you have capacity, then having a team that also understands what you're doing, so that even as they go to site, you don't have to be all over. You have, you can send a team on one side, another team on another event. So having that capacity, having a people that understand what they're doing, and just pre-planning. I feel like you can't do any event without planning. Yeah, there must be the element of planning. It's very important. Right.
Yeah.
And times are changing right now. Mm-hmm. The years are passing. Every season comes with new things, and there's new technologies. How are you taking advantage of new technologies to advance your business?
Mm-hmm. So and as an events company, things change like literally on a weekly basis. You'll go out there. There are new trends in terms of backdrops, installations, and all that. So you need to keep researching. And thank God for technology, because now you're able to keep checking what's new, what's happening around, and understanding what that looks like. Because again, the same clients will also go to Pinterest, they'll go to all these platforms to check, and they'll come and always challenge you. So you need to at least keep abreast of what is happening. And then again, for technology, what it does for us is that it's able to connect us to clients from far and wide. Like I do a lot of destination weddings, and it's technology that has sorted me out in terms of just being able to connect with clients. And then finally, I think for technology is being able to use softwares that can add on the beauty of an event. For example, designing backdrops using different softwares, just to ensure that an event looks beautiful.
Right.
Yeah.
And you've done this for 15 years, Diana?
Yes.
15 years is a very long time. Of course, there are people who want to come into event planning. They're thinking of this as a business venture. A lot of people who are watching The Grind right now are wondering, what can I do in order to go into this business and be successful? What tips would you give them?
So they need to understand, one, that they actually love doing events. Okay. Number two, I know a lot of people join the events industries because it's flamboyant. Yes. It looks like it's glamorous, and then it looks like a cash cow where you can just come and get your money. But I guess it's for them to first of all understand that it requires a passion. It requires that you become a people's person, being able to connect with clients, because again, with events, it's very emotional based. Then knowing that there's pressure, so understanding that you need to be a calm person, very collected, and also knowing, like getting to understand how the systems are in the events industry, having connections, ensuring that you keep, building your network every other day. It's very important. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
any parting shot to The Grind as well? Would you tell them, somebody who's coming into it, one-liner?
That it's an amazing industry, to be sure. It's an amazing industry, and it has money. It not only just puts food on the table, but it can do much more than that for anyone. And like any other career, it's very fulfilling. Yeah.
And what drives you? What's your passion? What is your passion based on?
Just seeing people happy and satisfied after an event. I think that's one of the things that gives me hope and joy to just keep on, just doing it. Seeing people happy. Yeah, is what makes me...
basically selling happiness.
Yes.
As we continue to package this happiness, we're going to be filling this up so that we see what result we can have. But we go for a very short break. When we come back, another business and then business capital. Thank you so much for being a part of us. We go for a very short break. We'll be right back.
Na safari hii katika Mfahamu Kiongozi tutakuletea viongozi aina mbalimbali.
Nikuwe na Nisani kama 10 na pia nikuwe menua minibus. Minibus niko niwa.
Kushinda unaangalia simu ya mzee. Soma Biblia ama ingia kwa washroom ujisugue. Mpaka nimetoa hivi.
I don't know whether any of my children would want to get into the political field. Sijajua bado.
Kila Alhamisi saa 1:30 kuendelea.
Join us on a journey through the concrete jungles and rising skylines, where every beam, every nail tells a story of progress and vision.
In every aspect of life, you have to look at several dynamics.
From groundbreaking
Nowadays with the tech, you can check on different websites or you check online and you can see some inspiration. So at least that one would be a direction already. I'll know like what kind of style you're going for.
to finishing touches, witness the dedication of the hard-working teams who bring these ambitious dreams to reality. The Realtor, Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m.
With prospects, your company can always be there when they are ready to buy. This involves keeping in touch with them monthly and giving them something of value that showcases your company as an expert. This is not about pushing your product or services on them, but highlighting that you are an expert in an area. 2. Think local. Consumers can now get their products and services anywhere, but most would rather buy local than at the end of a 5,000-mile supply chain. Give them a reason to feel good about buying from and supporting the local economy. Stress local connections to the community, a family story, and how long you have been in business. Given a choice, consumers will buy close to home. Most service searches are done within a zip code or a city. Claim your listing on Google Places and Yahoo Local so your business can be found when the customer is looking. If you can't be found, you will never get chosen. Go mobile. By 2024, searches from mobile devices will be greater than those done from desktops. This means that if your company does not have a website that is specifically built for mobile, now is the time to get one. Many desktop websites are difficult to navigate on a smartphone or use software like Flash that will not work on iPhones and iPads. Put your website address into your phone right now to check out what your customer will see. Number 4. Watch your cash flow. Easy credit for businesses may never appear again. Instead, look for ways to increase your cash flow inside your own business by reviewing your cash flow statements monthly. Do you have more or less cash at the end of the month? Pay special attention to items that use cash flow, like the aging of receivables, payables, and the level of inventory. Number 5. Pay for the best people. While unemployment is still high, great employees always have jobs. To attract and retain the very best, pay more than your competitors. The hard work and loyalty of your top employees will more than generate a return that will cover the additional expense. Number 6. Monitor your reputation. People are talking about your business right now. Information on Google is now searchable forever. Consumers pay more attention to earned media like online peer reviews in deciding on a purchase. Pay attention to comments and reviews customers make about your company online. Check sites like Yelp and Facebook frequently. Respond sincerely to both the positive and negative comments. This will build a community of supporters who want to talk about their outstanding experience with your company. These people will be the most effective tool any company has of attracting new customers. And right from our business capital, do remember we're focusing on 2 different businesses today. We're still in the month of love. We want to know what businesses are usually thriving in this season. If you can start by introducing yourself. What is your name? What business do you do?
Thank you so much. My name is Eustace Ndericho from Solani Tours. Solani Tours is a company based in Nairobi. We deal with holidays. We are the people that make your life comfortable. When you work so hard and earn your money, we are the people that make you enjoy. So we deal with local packages, international packages, as well as business and trips to Dubai, China, stuff like that.
Right, Eustace, I'm glad you've talked about packages. This is the month of love. A lot of people are looking for packages that they can take, their loved ones, maybe for the weekends, a couple of days. What exactly do you guys offer when it's this month?
Wow. February is the month that we wait for, because this is the time for the ladies to be treated and even for the gentlemen to appreciate the people they love. So we have come up with we come up with packages that are tailor-made to make sure that if you, depending on your budget, you want something medium, you want something luxury, we have those packages. One of the packages we are doing right now is a trip to the Mara, and we've talked to one of the best hotels in the Mara, whereby you get almost at 50% discount, but then we make it a package for you. You come with your girl, you can extend it either on 14th, or you want to go on the weekend. You come with your lady, or you come with your man, whoever wants to surprise the other, because Valentine is about love. It is not written anywhere that she has to be the man to the woman. There are people who feel he has been so good to me, I need to show love to him. So you can approach us, being a lady, and tell us, I need to take my man to Amara on a flight, or I want to take them on a Land Cruiser. So we have those packages in Mara, we have in Amboseli. So we have packages where you just pay an amount which is very discounted, and you get all the services, including transport, that is meals. Your room will be decorated. We need you to enjoy it. It has to be romantic. So it is not just a normal holiday where you go and spend your holiday. This is a place we make sure that there's that vibe, there's that feel of romance.
Right. Different people used to love different things. And of course, each season comes with a different place that you could go to, right? Some people like the beach, some people like the wild, some people want safaris, some people want staycations. Where exactly do people go during this time? Where is the place that most people go to?
We've worked with several hotels around Nairobi, where we are able to give you a dinner, we're able to give you a night out. If you're the boss where you work and you feel, I need to treat this girl, this woman has been so nice to me, then we have places. That's what we're talking about. Now we can take you to the beach, we can take you for a safari, we can take you to Amboseli, those national parks and stuff like that. And then you can spend 2 to 3 days and enjoy your Valentine.
Right. Let's talk about city dwellers. Staycation is a thing that's more recent. People are starting to take it up. When it comes to Valentine, how are people treating staycations?
Staycations are coming up very well. And I'm not talking about the B&B. B&Bs are happening and they are good. But there are people who want that exclusive kind of a treat where you go to, and unfortunately we have very nice hotels that are coming up in Kajiado, for instance. So we have very nice places that people can go for the city dwellers, including Kajiado, including Rongai. There's a very nice resort in Rongai, and it's actually overlooking the park. So we have very nice staycations around for those people who want something that has both the feel of the wild, and still you're still not very far from where you work. But again, if you don't have to go that far, we also have hotels around Nairobi that have very nice accommodation.
Mm-hmm. When we look at the opposite side, there's the international packages, people who want to go abroad, and of course some people want to have packages, they want to go propose to their loved ones. How do you go about this?
We have deals. I would say we have very nice deals. For instance, we have a group living on 12th to Dubai. One way we handle it is that we organize group departures regularly, and especially when we have occasions. And luckily, in February, people keep on traveling. Anniversaries, people travel for they like combining the Valentines with the special occasions, the anniversaries, those proposals. The people who want to do their proposal in February and they don't want to do it casually. They want to do it in Dubai, having a dinner in the sky. So we organize for that, and we're ready for that. We already have those packages. If you're traveling alone, with a couple, or you want to join one of our groups, we have places. We take people in Dubai. We have packages for Turkey. There are people who want to combine the holiday and a bit of shopping. We have Singapore and Malaysia, and places like Thailand, which is, I think, a romantic destination for me. Because you go to Thailand and we take you to Pattaya, it's a 24-hour holiday. So you find people enjoy that, and there's so much.
And lastly, before we wrap it up, this is your peak season. How do you manage through off-peak season?
Planning. I would say we plan a lot, but we rarely have the off season because of the dealing with both the international client, Remember, we also have people who come from outside Kenya into Kenya, people who are looking for packages to Kenya, and then combine that with Tanzania, Arusha, Ngorongoro, Manyara, and stuff like that. So what we do is that we market both equally. You're selling the Kenya to the international community, but also you're sensitizing Kenyans on traveling to Kenya. So when it's low season, because we don't have people coming to Kenya because probably there's no migration of the wildebeest and all that to the Mara, we have Kenyans who must go for their holidays. We have Kenyans who must go for honeymoons. You know, honeymoons are Zinanga season. So you find people are still getting married, they want to go for a honeymoon. We also deal with a lot of chamas, something we really thank Kenyans about. Especially the ladies. The ladies are traveling so much.
Right, and it's a good thing. At least you're tapping into a market that a lot of people didn't even know about. Thank you so much, Eustace. We were talking about tours and travels, especially when it comes to this particular season. It's the season of love. What exactly are people in that industry doing? Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of The Grind. We have loved your company. Until next week, same time, same place. My name is Hibak Said.
We value your feedback.
Na safari hii katika Mfahamu Kiongozi tutakuletea viongozi aina mbalimbali.